Erykah Badu is an artist that I have just recently familiarized myself with. Now, when I say recently, I mean I've been listening to her for over a year. I particularly took an enjoyment from listening to the final song in her album, Mama's Gun, which originally released in the year 2000. This song is called Green Eyes. Green Eyes is a track that revolves around the falling out of a relationship. Badu sings about the struggles of moving on from a breakup, one where the pain continues to linger after leaving a relationship, the confusion, and as she says, growing pains that come from losing someone that you love. There's definitely more to the track, and I'll dive deeper as I analyze the song in the video. But before that, leave a like, comment, and make sure to subscribe. When listening to the song, I hear it in a 3-act structure. Act 1, I believe, focuses on the initial fallout of their relationship. Perhaps the breakup is still fresh, and Badu talks to her partner over the phone. I say over the phone since the audio in the beginning sounds distant, like something you would hear through a radio. Act 2 focuses on Badu's conflicting emotions. In this part of the song, Badu struggles with the feelings of lingering love she has for her partner, even though, as she says, her brain says to move on. Then Act 3 tackles her acceptance that their relationship is over. I will go over each act and my thoughts on them. Erykah Badu opens up the song saying, "My eyes are green because I eat a lot of vegetables." Now, green as a color is widely recognized as the color of jealousy. This pretty much started a long time ago in ancient literature when Shakespeare wrote about it. But her saying that her eyes are green because she eats a lot of vegetables symbolizes her jealousy from her partner who seems to be moving on quickly. Now I say this because in the next line it says it has nothing to do with your new friend, symbolizing that Erykah Badu knows that her partner is seeing somebody else and that her jealousy or her green eyes is not because of that but something entirely different, something as trivial as eating vegetables. Badu then begins to explain even further, saying that it doesn't have to do anything with her new friend and that they don't care, that she's too through with you and that you don't mean anything to her. Yet she repeats herself again, showing that maybe the situation does mean a lot to her and maybe that she is potentially jealous. Now, with the phone call finally ending and Erykah Badu saying that it has nothing to do with his new friend, the song finally reaches its crescendo and where Erykah Badu finally explains how she truly feels and shows how she's deeply insecure about the situation, that she simply can't help it. Now, when I was first thinking about making this video, I didn't want to look at the live performances since it's not what originally released, and I simply just wanted to look at the track. But the way Badu, physically shows the emotion when performing this song live, you can tell how she struggles to say that it doesn't have anything to do with your new friend. There's this hesitance to accept the fact that her partner is moving on. Her face becomes tense, and as you can see through her body language, as you should be seeing in the video right now, she isn't entirely sure if she's okay with her ex-partner moving on so quickly and already having a new quote-unquote friend. So just to clarify, I will be talking about the live performances of Green Eyes just because I think it adds more to the song and shows how Badu was exactly feeling in the moment when she was creating the song. Badu shows an immense amount of self-awareness, knowing that she's insecure and that she can't help it, knowing that logically there's no more relationship to be had here, but yet her heart lags behind it. Her heart, her feelings towards her partner stays, but yet she tells herself that she doesn't love him anymore, but always cycles back to being so insecure. Green Eyes is ultimately a song about heartbreak. Badu shows the conflicting emotions that one might feel during the course of a breakup or the falling out of a relationship. The love that lingers, knowing that loving that person is wrong, and yet the confusion that sticks with your body as you know that you still ultimately want to be with that person, although you know things are over. This act ends with the lines, "I'm so confused and you tried to trick me." Now, what could possibly be the trick that Badu is claiming her partner put on her? It's probably the trick that they were in love, that this love would last for a very long time, and yet now it's finally ending. This is what I believe is a trick that Badu says her partner put on her, or more likely the trick of love and how it, changes your mind and causes you to care for someone so much. As he says before, "You've done something to my mind, and I can't control." Now I believe Act 2 opens up with some self-reflection from Badu. She talks about never knowing that love could hurt like this, and that she never thought herself that she would get hurt so bad to the point where she feels like she's being dissed. She talks about how it makes her feel hurt and sadness. She feels embarrassed that she wants to hide. She said, "Silly me, I thought your love was true." She thought that love was real, that this love that she held with this person was so real, but yet it ended up failing and falling apart. However, what's really important is that she knows that she's gonna heal, but she struggles with the fact that it's gonna be a while. It's gonna take a long time for her to heal, and that it's gonna be a painful process. And she says that she hopes it's not too late. The last couple of lines reading, feeling insecure, love has got me sore, I don't want no more. Now, what Erykah Badu is saying here is that this is such a deep pain that she doesn't even want to think of love anymore. She doesn't think that she could possibly open up to another person because this pain is simply too much to bear. As the song continues, Badu apologizes, saying that she still loves her partner, and then she begins detailing the beginning, middle, and end of their relationship. She says, "At first it was cool, you told me you love me too, and then you lost your love." Then she says, "You wanted me to go away, but I can't go." She then begins to repeat, "I can't leave, it's too late." Now, what I believe is going on here is that Badu has spent so much emotional effort on this person that she's deeply in love. I can't just simply leave the situation. It's too late. I'm already too invested. That's what I think Badu is saying here when she says, "I can't leave. It's too late." She's already put so much love, effort, and attention to her partner that simply leaving now doesn't seem like an option. Act 2 then ends with one of the most heartbreaking lines. "Just make love to me. Just one more time and then you'll see. I can't believe I made a desperate plea. What's wrong with me?" This is when Badu starts bargaining with her partner, saying, "Please make love to me and then you'll see what we had. Maybe it will rekindle the spark of that love that you once had, that you then lost." And then after saying this, she says, "I can't believe I made a desperate plea," showing how desperately Badu wants the relationship to still work, offering up her body to try to convince her partner to stay. She then recognizes the statement she made, saying, "I can't believe I made a desperate plea." Act 2 ends with the fact that the relationship is over and that Badu can't do anything to bring it back. Act 3 opens up with the same lines, "I can't leave, it's too late," repeated before she talks more in depth about the values that the relationship had. Badu states, "Don't you want to be strong with me? You told me we would have a family." Now this is important because now it shows how deep the relationship was for both partners. The other partner stating that they would have a family. Badu thought that they would be strong together, strong enough to even hold a family, and that's not something you do with anybody, let alone any other partner. Badu thought that this partner would last forever, that this relationship, that this love would last so long that a family would be brought out of it. But then Badu says one of the most important lines in the song. "Wanna run to mama when you're down and low, then times get tough and there you go." This ultimately brings a lot of context to the relationship. Maybe the partner was avoidant and would just disappear on Badu whenever things got rough, or maybe they've broken up multiple times and gotten back together, but when things get too serious or maybe, quote unquote tough, that's when the partner decides to leave. This seems to be a cycle of not knowing whether the relationship is stable or not. The partner continues to run away while Badu keeps her arms open, embracing the partner back at every single turn. However, this time seems more final. And I think Badu finally realizes the toxicity of this relationship when she says, "Now you're free, go." She then starts to criticize how the partner viewed love and how their love was never really real, or they never really knew how to love. She states, "Never knew what a friendship was, never knew how to really love, you can't be what I need you to." This shows the different perspectives that both Badu and her partner had on love. Never knowing what a friendship was could mean that maybe after the breakup they tried to be friends, but her partner didn't understand the boundaries that came with it. Or maybe that her partner had other friends that he couldn't respect the boundaries of her in terms of jealousy or having other people around. Badu saying that you can't be what I need you to is a somber reminder that sometimes the person who you love can't love you the way you want to be or you even need to be. And after the line where she says, "And I don't know why I fuck with you," you can hear her singing in the background and hearing it get more and more intense. And again, in the live performance and in the Tiny Desk concert, you can really feel her emotion as she fully lets out the pain and suffering she's been feeling from dealing with the fallout of this relationship. I think this is exactly when Badu finally internalizes what she's been going through and begins to let go of her partner. And these last two lines really show it all. "I know our love will never be the same, but I can't stand these growing pains." She finally recognizes with the fact that she will never be able to love her partner the same way she loved before, but she also understands that healing within itself is a painful journey that she can't even stand right now, yet she will continue to do so. Ultimately, Green Eyes is a song about heartbreak and how it can leave you very confused and surrounded with a mix of emotions. We see Badu during the start, middle, and end of her journey when it comes to healing, the beginning process being a sort of confrontal of her partner, denying the fact that the relationship is ending and how she struggles to cope with the fact. The middle is a self-reflection where Badu strongly points out her flaws and her characteristics, such as being insecure. Then in Act 3, Badu gives herself some sort of closure, acknowledging that her partner could have never been what she needed him to be. By saying, "Now you're free, go," she not only lets him out of her life, but also lets him out of her mind. She knows that the pain will forever linger and that the love between her and her ex-partner will never be the same. Although she acknowledges this, she still knows that she'll have these growing pains for a long time. It takes a long time to heal. But I feel as though when ending this song with "But I can't stand these growing pains," it is a somber ending, realizing that she will be hurting for a long time. But ultimately, given the context of the entire song, I think it's quite fair to assume that Badu will completely heal from the situation given enough time. If this video is your first introduction to Erykah Badu, I strongly recommend listening to her discography. She's an amazing artist, and this video probably did not do enough justice when explaining how good she is at her craft. Green Eyes is one of my favorite songs from Erykah Badu. It's definitely in my top 3, and I'll show them up right now. This song is extremely relatable to anybody who's ever experienced heartbreak, to the screaming at the end, which symbolizes the raw emotion she's finally being able to let out, and even how she addresses her partner trying so hard to keep their relationship going when ultimately it's no use, it's already over. I can't stress enough how good this track is, so please, once you're done this video, listen to it, and then come back in the comments and tell me what you thought about it. If you want to see more videos analyzing music like this, make sure to like and leave a comment below, that way I can gauge how much people actually will interact with this type of content. As always, thank you so much for watching, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.